The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And down to the 19-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Locke to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. The kick by McManus is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coleman going to get it again on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years. I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they? That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll get this to Coleman. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
15's the mic. 15.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 57 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. Fielded just inside the 30. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Locke going right back to Fant. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From midfield, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 50 yards. And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Corey Davis, 44 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct it. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw it is Locke. Dancing to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
53 at the mark. Check, 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 check.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half.
Go, go, go. Jump, 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 jump. 80 weapon, 80 weapon.
Play action. Now Wilson. And And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So, barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. To throw is Wilson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. After the sack on first down, Locke. This will be caught. Judy. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon. His second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson drops it off for Coleman. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They will run again with Coleman. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They're going to run this with a tight end. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Block off a play action. Out to his left. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. Flushed out right. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, 42 yards. And the Broncos have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There's a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Locke escaping the pressure right. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos add on. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.